Hello and welcome to the Big Brain Podcast. I don't think we need any more intros anymore.
No, we don't.
I'm Ronald, Obs, that sneaky thief. You know who we are, surely.
Yes.
We're massive.
Big
right?
up the big boys in the podcast scene.
The
Boom.
big 20 subscribers. Thank you to the slimes out there.
Now, just for context, it's just going to be us two today. We have Rendell's just unfortunately unable to join us today, so we're going to continue on the pod today.
We murdered him.
Wow, that's just extreme. Okay, that's quite an extreme.
Okay, we're not meant to say that, right?
No, we're on documentation. Remember, we got a court case coming up in about 2 days from now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't really be disclosing that. But I tell you what, we can disclose.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Send us into that segment. Wheel up.
Into the Breach. This is quite tragic news that's come out quite recently. So just for
Last week, yeah.
So for those that haven't caught up in the know, Into the Breach is an esports organisation that was founded within the UK. One of our, people that we've had fortunate enough to join us, Kangu Kenny, was coaching for ITB, and then he was obviously loaned off to Dark Zero. Again, wish him the best of luck. But the organisation is now shut down. It's always at least winding down operations because it has been revealed there has been a scandal with money involved.
Criminal.
It's just another case, honestly, of just an esports organisation with one person taking advantage and basically hoarding the money out for themselves from the looks of it. I've just got the report up from Esports Insider. I will link it in the description if you want to read the article, but it's not good. It's not good at all.
Yeah, so Sneaky Thief's going to be more informed than I am here. I got all my info from Twitter, and I didn't really look into it that much. It was, I remember just waking up in the week, like 6 a.m., seeing all this stuff that's happened like overnight or whatever. I was like, what the hell is happening?
Exactly. I mean, it's just essentially, to keep it quite short, salaries weren't being paid, or at least from what I'm hearing, Kangu Kenny actually put out a tweet as well that he didn't receive certain pay money or prize money, I should say, from certain events that he's participated in with his team. So certain players didn't get paid properly their prize money. Their salaries were still good, but again, it's just it reminds me a bit of an incident that happened, I think, in the same year as well, to Bleed Esports. Essentially, although obviously the case is quite different, there was basically the CEO was just doing a lot with the money. He wasn't paying out the players properly. He wasn't paying out the staff properly. He just kept the money mainly for himself and hoarded out on expensive shit. And the company went downhill from there. And it goes to show that, some people are just coming into this industry, taking advantage of the fact that people, want to build a career within esports, and, shit like this happens. And it's
weird how common it is.
It is. It's very common. It's very common. It's very, very common.
Like, I don't hear anything about these people going to jail either. They must go to jail.
No, they're probably the worst case scenario is they'll liquidate or they'll file for bankruptcy, most likely.
Yeah, but surely that's some sort of crime. I
thought it would be under fraud, but no.
Not paying your employees. That sounds pretty criminal to me.
Yeah.
But I never hear anything about them getting jailed or anything.
Because I think it's prize money. I don't know if it's winnings, but even then, I think in a contract, it should allow you to get prize money. I don't know the full extent of how an esport contract works, but even then, I think it's very scummy that for those players that work so hard, right, to try and make a living off of this, and they're fighting for their money because, it's to enable their lives, it's to help with their living, their families, and they're just getting...
They're not stupid, right? Like, I'm sure... It's definitely in the contract that they're going to get cut of those winnings.
Yeah, I agree.
Surely you wouldn't sign up to anything, like any org that's like, I'll just do it for free. Yeah,
typically, yeah. So if you, for example, win an esports or event, so for example, the Six Invitational, Pengu had a good example when he spoke about it, because people are like, oh, he's a millionaire, but it's the prize money, say, for example, was 1 million when he won it. So what would happen is it would be divvied up between the players, the coach, and the organisation. And there'll be a percentage for each person, as well as the organisation will take a cut. So from the sounds of it, with ITB, they just didn't bother giving the players the cut of the prize money. Why? Why? And this is quite sad because ITB has really like kicked off a lot. They've done really, really well at bringing up a lot of UK
They had like
talent.
a core community as well. Like they
Mm,
had quite a nice little tight knit community I saw on Twitter when they were sort of coming up a little bit more.
yeah,
Yeah, loads of British people like fully like there to support them
yeah,
because we just want like a nice core British team that we can just support
I
basically.
agree. It's
But
basically, yeah, it's that really, because Fnatic has gone international, which is good for the business, but there's never been a true British esports team on the level before.
yeah, like you had was it Secret back in the day? They
Yeah,
were quite British,
yeah, in the
a lot of
Siege
those
scene.
players. But yeah, then obviously that changed.
Hmm.
Went into Rogue and whatnot.
Yep.
Um, yeah, it is a shame because yeah, there was a bit of a community for ITB, and it's like I'm not really into esports that much,
Mm.
but like when they started coming up, I felt inclined to support them.
Yeah,
Not being in the scene that much, I was like, yeah, I hope they do win whatever they was sort of competing in. So yeah, it's a shame.
it is really a shame. It's just, it's just another, like I said, it's just something that I really wanted because one thing that I feel like is lacking in the UK scene is a dedicated esports team that allows Brits to basically take this on as a career because it is becoming like a career option for many people, and it's just been wiped away. So I'll have to do what I can do is I can quickly have a look into what is going to be the status for because Citizen, for example, who was part of the ITB squad, probably going to be out of a job now because he just moved from M80. A lot of these players, Kendrew, for example,
Yeah, I
gone.
mean, with I was gonna say with Kendrew, fan of the show, our best mate, sort of thing. I wonder where he's at now because obviously he's got loaned out to Dart Zero. Do
Oh, you
you
mean
think they
Kangaroo
would
Kenny?
maybe take him on?
Kangaroo Kenny, yeah, Kangaroo Kenny, yeah. So with Kenny, I think that might be if it depends on the performance, and I'm really hoping he has a solid performance because if it is, it could be a very good option for him to
Yeah,
basically.
like I'm not entirely sure how it all works, the politics of it. Like if he was still technically employed with ITB
Mm,
but on a sort of temporary loan to DZ,
mm.
I don't know what happens when obviously ITB shut down. If like that whole contract void and he's no longer with Dart Zero, we'd have to ask him.
Yeah, I will definitely ask him when he comes back from the Sixth Invitational. I would like to just talk to him, like what's next for him, what's his plans, if he's still with Dark
Maybe
Zero.
get like a little part two, little
Yeah,
catch up
happily.
with Kenny.
It'd be really cool. But it's just it's shocked everyone. It's just a
Our only special guest is going to be Kangaroo Kenny every time. It's our special guest.
Ah, well, I would like
Back
to.
again.
I would like to have more. I would like to have more. Oh, if anyone's watching and is interested to join, please feel free to just shout out to us, and just say if you want to have a chat. We're more than happy to just talk to anyone regarding within esports, but also within Rainbow Six Siege. We love the game.
Yeah, should we just get like fans on?
Yeah.
Just like,
Hell yeah, why
just be
not?
like, how's it going?
Yeah.
How's the season?
How's it? How's
Their
your
thoughts and things.
how's your
That'd
frustration
be
level?
kind of interesting to see, to hear.
Yeah, I would be interested to see what other people's thoughts would be on the game. Be more, I think, blunt than ours, but that'd be interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
so yeah, obviously that happened in the week just gone. We record these the following Sunday.
mhm.
So a bit of time has gone since all that drama kicked off. Do you know where it is at now?
At
Just
the
to wrap it up.
moment, the COO of the company has basically went out on Twitter, essentially just proclaiming about it, like 3 years worth of his work is gone, you know,
Mm.
and it was down to basically people within the finance, one person in particular that was handling the finances, or a set of people handling the finances, mismanaging it, and it's now, a lot of people are. We're just in the process, really, of just them shutting down. So they'll just essentially end the contracts, terminate them, and then they'll try and find places for some of them to work. So, for one example, I'm just having a look through now through this report. So, another significant repercussion of the ITV news is the shutdown of UK grassroots esports organisation. Wow. So, people within the Valorant scene that held like abilities to basically progress into semi-pro level. It's gone. Just winding down every single bit of the operation until we get more
Yeah.
on like what will happen to these players and these people that work for the company. That's it, really. We're just watching all unfold.
My first questions of it,
Mm.
we won't talk about this for too long, but like when I saw that and I was reading that statement from ITB, like the org itself, like it started off, oh, we found out that someone was embezzling funds.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next time was like, with this news, we won't be able to operate anymore. So thinking, what?
Yeah, it's
And
basic.
I just don't understand how it's worked. So like, you've been able to operate until the point that you found out.
It's
Why has
basically.
it changed?
I think what's happened, very likely, is that they were accounting a deficit and they were trying to make sense of the deficit, and then they realized the rabbit hole was a lot deeper than it was.
Right. So they were aware of the sort of
They may have been
decline.
there was a financial deficit they were noticing, but they were trying to, most likely, but they weren't aware as to what it was and how bad it was until they made this discovery, and then they probably realized, oh shit, this is that bad that we're gonna have to shut it down.
What a shame.
Yeah, that's
What
literally
a
it.
shame.
It can be as simple as that sometimes, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys as well know anything more, put it in the comments because
Yes.
yeah, I've seen like different bits on Twitter, and I just don't know how true it is. So there's just no point me saying it here because I'm just going to be spreading rumors and
Yep.
lies. So yeah, just let us know in the comments if you know anything
Yeah.
more. But yeah, other than that, nothing really has been happening in the
No.
R6 space. There
No.
is, I mean, yeah, that's interesting to say because obviously that's quite a big bit of drama to
Yeah.
just happens in the R6 scene. It just there is always drama
Sadly.
every single week, and if it's not every week, it's every month at least.
Yes, but we do have a slight tease for the new operator because the Twitch drops for R6 Year 10 uh, for the 6th Invitational has been revealed.
Oh,
And I will try and get a picture, but I'll send it to you for your Discord so you can see it. Again, I'll also link this in the description as well for people to check out. But essentially, uh, you know how during the 6th Invitational, if you watch certain events, you'll get alpha packs, you'll get charms, that sort of stuff. So a lot of the events for these will usually have a charm that has a symbol, like basically a relation to where the operator's roots are from. So, for example, the latest one was Scopus. There was a lot of basically a Greek design on the charm, so a lot of people was able to deduce that it was a Greek operator, for example. And then you have the American ones, blah 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 blah. So there is the Twitch drop guides. So this one I can't make it out, but a couple of people are saying it's most likely someone from New Zealand that we're going to get as our next operator.
I'm sure they said in the roadmap though. The
I'm not too sure if
like where they're from. I think that happens, right?
I
Let's have a look.
don't think the roadmap's been revealed yet for Year 10, but that's what we're going to get for the grand final, which will be held on the 16th of
Oh
February.
yeah.
So that is
Yeah, I
now,
forget it's year 10. That's crazy.
yeah.
It's a whole new year.
Oh my God, 10 years. We've already discussed the 10 years. Jesus. I'm still shocked
Yeah.
about it, to be honest, because it's actually been, when the game first launched, it was had problems, and now it's actually in a good state, more or less. Um, just a few headaches, if I could say.
Yeah. So I was just trying to look at these drops that you've just sent me. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't tell.
I can't tell, but some people are thinking it's someone from New Zealand.
We need to enhance the image.
Yes, enhance.
Enhance. And lads.
Uh,
Yeah. That'll be well, I mean, we have no idea what the operator I mean, it holds very little info on where they're from, right?
yeah.
Because they could be from like, I don't know, Madagascar. But they're just insane. Like it's just a mech.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be that
So
crazy, but it's gonna be.
yeah, it's hard to say who, what, and where.
How,
What do they do?
how did I get right there? Like, no, no, no.
Like, no, 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 yeah.
Yeah, who's going what and where? But
Yeah, we'll
I,
see, won't we? When
yeah,
is the reveal?
I think the reveal will most likely happen on the grand final stage. It usually
Oh,
happens.
16th of
So in
Feb, yeah.
2 weeks from now, we will be well. You and I will obviously be watching it. I will be watching the finals. I want it to
We'll be
be.
streaming,
Oh yes, yes, we will
right?
be. We'll be streaming
Yeah.
the reveal itself. So for those that want to come and join us at our respective channels, and we will be more than happy to stream to you guys and show you the reveal from and our reactions. I'm hoping for is that the roadmap is top quality. Okay, as we discussed in the previous podcast, our wants and desires for the next year 10, but also what I would like to see is um, a lot of changes that are going to keep this game going on for the next couple of years. The foundations, if you will.
Yeah. Just a little insight. Like, I won't ever say
Mm.
any leaks that I know. There's just always leaks,
Yeah.
and me and Sneaky always seem to come across them on Twitter or
Mm-hmm.
wherever. It's just hard to avoid. Yeah, so we've barely seen anything. I don't know about you, Sneaky, but I've seen like one or two features that have been sort of leaked, and it looks cool. But I won't say any more on that.
Yeah, I've seen a few. I've seen what's to come. We can reveal, obviously, one thing, which is the assault on Hereford cinematic has come out.
Mm.
So that looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a very interesting take in the lore. To have you watched the cinematic trailer? Or have you not?
Um, I think I did. I can't remember.
It's all so. Just to give you context, essentially, obviously it takes place in Hereford, and Thorn and Blackbeard are training Sentry, one of the sentries, right?
Okay.
He basically loses it and essentially starts to try shoot at both of them. And you may think, oh, it's an isolated incident, and then all of a sudden an explosion happens in Hereford and it's under attack. And it's hinted at very heavily that the Kyrus Legion has infiltrated Team Rainbow.
Nice. I've heard about this, and it sounds cool. We definitely need more lore-based like
Yeah,
game modes, events.
I
It's all very cool, and especially with who they called again, Kiris.
the Kyrus Legion, yeah.
Yeah, that their whole design is sick. I love it.
I love the whole like idea that they're going with for this one, and I agree. We need more lore based like events because it's cool that we get you know different events for different like stuff, but we've gotten to the point where we've just I feel like we've run out of options. If I'm going to be quite frank, or at least
What do you
Ubisoft.
mean with like events and whatnot?
Yeah, because we keep reusing the same events. There's no variety and there's no different ones. I don't care if it's going to be
Yeah,
bad or if it's going to be good. I just want something fresh. I want to try
I
something
know what
new.
you mean. I don't think we've run out of options. I think with the politics of Ubi and the
Mm,
development team of R6, I think they've really sort of downsized. So there isn't really a team. What I've heard
mm.
is there isn't a team that does events anymore.
Oh,
From what I heard, either that or it's tiny.
wow.
I don't know who said that. So
Right,
take
so
that with a
let's
pinch of
take a
salt.
grain of salt. But still, if that is the case, then oof, that's kind of a shame, really. But I'm very excited for where this could go. With the assault on Hereford, like the idea looks sick. Um, the concept, it was very weird because I remember when the season launched, and I was like, oh, where's the cinematic trailer? They usually do one leading up to the season, but they just hinted if you look in the battle pass, like something's going on in Hereford, it's been under attack, and now we got the cinematic, so it could be it's leading up to the event that they're gonna do.
Yeah, well, that's one of my favorite things with Siege is those cinematic videos that they do.
Oh, they should,
Like the whole invitational
dude.
videos. It was so good.
They need to make a series out of it. The closest we've
Yeah.
got is it was announced back last year in September, but Netflix was doing like a cartoon or animated style showcase of the shows that they're working on that's animated.
Yeah.
So one of them was like Devil May Cry, and another one which was a shock to me was Splinter Cell. Called Splinter Cell Death Watch. It has the same animation style that they do with Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah. That Devil May Cry one's actually been like revealed now. Like a
Yeah,
trailer's come out and everything.
yep, it's revealed, and I think it's coming out in a couple of weeks. It's not a couple of
Yeah,
weeks, in like a month or two, because it was the same
it's got
thing.
the Limp Biscuit in the intro.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
that was quite cool. I was not gonna lie. That, and
Yeah.
they revealed the Tomb Raider series, which had Haley Atwell, who was basically Peggy Carter from Captain America. And then yeah, Splinter Cell. So do you remember? Have you watched X-Men Origins Wolverine?
What's that?
Have you heard of
I've
Lee?
seen all the X-Men films,
It's
but are you talking
the
about a series?
no, the films. The films. It's a film.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
I've
this
seen all the
is
films
so it's
a
the
while
one
ago.
with Sabretooth, and it's basically the origin story of how Logan or Wolverine gets to where he is in X-Men 1. It
Right.
released in 2009, and it had Sabretooth played by Liev Schreiber.
Okay.
So the actor who plays Sabretooth in that film, and again, let me send you a picture so you'll remember it again. Uh,
Yeah, like me and Sid, we went on a binge. Like when we first got together, we just binged all the X-Men's over video call because it was COVID.
oh yeah, God, oh God,
That was the first time I ever watched it. So it's 5 years ago now.
wow. Okay, this is the Sabretooth I'm talking about. You'll as soon as you see him, I'm pretty sure you'll recognize him.
I actually don't. I don't know. I don't recognize him.
Damn it! Okay, so he's the actor from X-Men Origins Wolverine, um,
Okay.
and he's going to be playing Sam Fisher in the new animated series. And I won't lie, I miss Michael Ironside all the time, but he does a really good impression of Sam. He does a really good voice for Sam Fisher, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, what I was getting back to, the animation style looks so similar. When you watch the trailer for Splinter Cell Deathwatch, it's literally similar to what they do with Rainbow Six Siege. Meaning to me, why don't they just do an animated series based around this Rainbow Six Siege? And the lore is so in depth. There's so much you can tell. I'm just like,
Yeah,
it's
I do like the animated sort of style of things, but I would prefer a more CGI based thing.
what they do every year at the Invitational. You mean?
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, that's what I love, those invitational videos, because obviously animating, like the style of it is good,
mm.
um, but with Siege and its destruction, I think it's shown best CGI when
Ah,
you
I
see
see.
all like the dust and smoke, explosions, and yeah, I think it's best sort of CGI, but obviously that probably costs more and
It
takes more
will.
time.
It will take a bit more time because the style of it is a lot more harder to do on a scale, and that's probably why they do it like 2 or 3 minutes.
But yeah, even those like Overwatch, all their videos are sick.
Yeah, I
You
will
know,
agree.
like the Overwatch operator um
Yeah,
reveals them.
Hanzo
Yeah.
and Genji's like, dude, that one is iconic to me.
Yeah.
That is one of the best introduction to characters in video game for me because it was just so. Ooh, I just had the feels, man, and it all took place in like 8 minutes.
Yeah. Those
It's...
little shorts, they're so good. Sometimes I just binge them like
oh,
all together.
they are good though. They're very well done, and they're very.
Yeah.
It's because they're so close in design to Disney style, so it feels so unique to me.
Yeah, it's like a sort of Disney level
Yeah, it's really really
like
good.
production. It's crazy. Anyway, what was we talking about?
We was talking about I think the sixth invitational like reveal, the Assault on Hereford as well, uh,
Ah, that was it. Yeah. Got a
and
little off track there.
yeah. So sorry about that, guys, but well, we like talking a bit of pop culture in there, but
What the
yeah,
pod's about it, just
mhm.
waffling.
But yeah, I think right now, yeah, going back to that's one of the main things that has been announced because in Siege at the moment, it's just not. Yeah, agreed. There's not much that's happening per se, really.
It's a bit
Um,
empty.
we haven't played in a little while. If we're just going to be quite honest, I've been playing mainly CS and been watching CS because there's always an event that's going on in CS. At the moment, there is an event called IEM Katowice, so it's obviously taking place in Katowice, Poland. It's quite a prestigious title. It's really, really cool. Really enjoying it so far. But at the moment for Siege, that's what I mean. Like, we need more like things that are going on because it's really the off season at the moment, and not much is, kind of spitting at me here.
It's like right at the end of a year.
Yeah,
So it's like we've had all the content we've been shown. We're not looking forward to anything now, other than obviously the new year. So it's
exactly.
just the waiting game until the new year,
Yeah, pretty much.
which is yeah again 2 weeks time. So and again it's like sort of I'd call it end of the season
Mm.
ish. I don't even think I've finished my battle pass, won't I?
Wow.
Um,
Really?
yeah, because obviously I was playing on my ult
Oh
for a bit.
yeah.
Um, got diamond,
Yep. Same.
love that. In how many games
I think it
did we
was
do?
about 100 odd games. It's
Yeah, I think
mad.
that is pretty good.
That's mad to be honest. That we play like 100 odd games in a season and we can get to diamond now. And then
Yeah, mine is 102,
yeah. So then probably
and
mine will.
I definitely got that 10 games before that,
Yeah.
maybe
So you did took you 80
10,
to
15.
90 games. Mine
Yeah,
was. Let's have a look for my one. Mine was 117. So mine was probably
not
gotten
bad. Yeah,
around the 100 mark, maybe 110.
it looks like we got a rollback as well 4 days ago.
Oh,
Nice,
nice, brilliant.
love that.
We are halfway
Yeah, with
through. Okay,
go on.
cool. I was gonna say we're halfway through Diamond Five, at least for me.
Yeah, we're yeah, we've not really played it that much, and I find it good that yeah, we can reach diamond when obviously we have our full-time jobs,
Mm.
we come home, and yeah, we played this game sort of tired. We're going against people that have got 500 games in,
Yep.
which baffles me, by the way, whenever I
Oh
see that
God.
in tracker, and I just feel the need to always say like, how have you done that?
Agreed. Agreed.
And we're not talking at like this point in the season. We're talking like a month or two ago
Yeah.
when it's sort of relatively
Like
more
straight
fresh.
when at the start of December there was like people that put 400 games matches worth into the season. I thought,
It's mental.
how the fuck do you do that? Like it's like no, not even that. Yeah, it's beginning of January. Sorry, because the season started around December time. Yeah, so at the start of January they just managed to get 400 games. I thought, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it must be like mid to the end of
Jan,
December.
mid to
We
the
were
end
sort
of
of noticing it.
yeah.
Like loads of people just hundreds and hundreds of games.
And I'm
And
not
it's
going to
like
take the
how
excuse that like, oh, it's Christmas, it's coming up. I'm like, people still work during Christmas.
yeah, it's just passion. Just passion.
More passion than us,
They've got that
apparently.
passion, they wake up, they play Siege, they probably don't shower. Maybe eat something, little cheese string or something,
Yeah, nothing,
play more Siege and go to bed.
no protein, none of that. Just straight.
Protein.
Yeah, no protein, like no
What
eggs.
specific thing to just
I know.
yeah,
No,
call them out
sorry,
on?
no protein, no fruit, no veg, nothing. Just straight
Just
in
cheese
it.
strings
And if you're one of those people,
and fridge raiders.
no offense, just get some protein. Get some protein in you, brother.
Get some protein. That'll fix everything.
That always fixes everything.
There's a bug in my fucking drink.
Oh God. Oh no. I hate that. The
I
worst,
just hydrated.
dude. The worst thing I had was a daddy long leg, right? That flew into my cup and it just drowned in my squash. I thought that's just ruined it for me.
Did you swallow it and like backwash it?
No, I was just about to drink it and I noticed like one of the legs coming towards my lips. I was like, ugh! I just spat it out immediately. I looked at my partner and go, throw it away. Throw it away.
But oh yeah, because Sneaky Thief's got a massive fear of spiders. By the way,
Yes, I have
can't
arachnophobia.
deal with it. Yeah.
I hate him. I hate him. I do not want to see anything. And now I'm going to incite people to send me tweets or not tweets, but like fucking comments of like, here's a spider.
What's like the best thing you love? What's like your favorite thing?
Ooh, what like just in general?
Yeah,
Uh,
could be anything.
my partner.
Okay, what if she dressed up as a spider?
You're right. Fuck off.
What would you do?
I cry.
You'd cry
I
of
cry.
joy or like scared?
I'm scared. This. I'm like, why would you do this to me? Do you want to know the worst fear I have? Right. So I was on TikTok this other day, and there's this guy called Jordan the Stallion, funny guy, and he's talking about all these like Australia, because there's videos of different things in Australia. So one of them was a Komodo dragon, a legit Komodo dragon, just walked it like basically just came into the house and they can get in through like because in Australia they're to allow ventilations, they'll
Kill
have
the
like little.
bug.
Oh well done.
Carry
Whey.
on.
But
Yeah.
they kill like so they have like little ports that they can get through to keep the place ventilated underneath. Just walked through and just walked into the house. I was like, yep, it's partly mine now. And then there's a spider apparently, and this proper scares the shit out of me. Like in the UK, the spider could be like this big, right?
Yeah.
There is one about half the size of a human.
What?
I'm not joking. There's
Are you
legit.
sure?
I'm
It's like
actually like I saw a video of it and it was like, yep, that's real.
half the size of a human.
Yep.
Sure you wasn't watching like Harry Potter or
No,
something?
no. It's actually in Australia. They don't go for humans, obviously. If they did, we're fucked. They go for like bigger prey, basically like birds and vultures and stuff like that. So they'll eat off them. But for humans, they don't care. They'll just leave us alone. But it's fucking massive. It's like, for example, if it was up on this wall, it would go from there to there. So from there
Yeah,
to
I
there.
think I see possibly
No,
possib I can't see it though.
no. I don't want it. I don't want it anywhere near me. I just don't. I'm good,
I
thank
was
you.
gonna say try and put a picture on screen for the viewers, but you're gonna
No,
be too scared to do that.
I
So
would not do that to myself. I will not, dude. I will not traumatize myself like that.
but yeah, going back to R6, yeah, we've barely played.
Yeah,
Past week or two. Week.
about a week, yeah, because we played
Yeah.
the past week, but not this week because
Yeah. Actually, we can actually see when we last played.
we last played. Oh yeah, that's actually a good shout. When did we last play?
The 25th. So just a little over a week ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing mainly CS, enjoying that a lot. I've noticed you've been playing Days Gone.
Yeah, just started Days Gone. Um, I wanted to stream it. I want to stream like a story player game, so
Mm,
pick Days Gone, watching Sid play it. Um, yeah, I didn't know it was open world.
it's
So as
really
soon as
good.
I found out, I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool actually.
Mm,
So been playing that, been multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. And that's going pretty good.
it's good.
There's a weirdly,
Mm,
I never thought it, but there's a much more of a community for story player games on YouTube.
yeah, there is.
Like the first time I streamed that game, I'd like three people just come in and just chat for the entire time. It was
Yeah,
like a 4 hour stream. I was like, what is going on?
that's cool. Actually, that's really cool.
It was really nice. It was really nice to chat to them. And obviously they knew the game. They loved the game. They gave me tips and whatnot.
It's
So
such a good game, and I've only played a bit of it, but it's really good from what I played.
yeah, yeah. From what I've played so far, it's great.
Yeah, there's that.
Hard,
It's yeah,
but good.
it's hard, especially when you got like these massive hordes. This like well, I thought that when I saw the reveal for the game, I thought there's no way they can actually get these hordes in the game. But
Mm,
there's no joke that you've seen it for yourself. The hordes are massive, and that's really well detailed as well. And I'm thinking, how the fuck? What do I
yeah,
do?
it's scary when you got like a horde like
It is
walking past you.
genuinely like it's genuinely scary. I really like it.
Yeah.
The way they just climb over a fence and then just charge at you
Yeah, the way
relentlessly.
they run, it's actually jump scared me a few times. I've screamed a few times because I've had a zombie just stealth me,
Yep.
didn't hear it at all behind me, and it just jumps on me. And then I also had a wolf sneak up on me. So yeah,
Mm,
scary game.
mm.
Other than that, been playing a bit of
Uh,
Civilization.
classic.
I don't suspect many people know what that is, or play it. But it's so good just to
You've been doing
sit
that
back.
solo.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've played it more solo than multiplayer. Let me tell you, 265 hours in that game.
And this is Civ
Civ
6.
6,
Oh my
and
god.
then Civ 5,
It's probably like 1,000.
330. So altogether, like
Oh.
500, 600.
It's one of
Wait,
those games
maths.
that I
Yeah.
remember when we played together. It's one of those very. It gets so funny and so bullshit at the same time. Essentially, when you're playing in a multiplayer, like real world, like friendships collide essentially in those games because
You say something wrong, and then everyone's like,
fuck
he's
you.
trying to war. He wants a war. Declare war on him right now.
So what's happened to me one time, I just went, yeah, fuck you all. And then everyone went to war with me and I died.
Because everyone's just ready. Like everyone just wants. Because obviously you want to build your cities up and get production going, but then you also like sort of mid game. You just want a bit of like drama. You want a bit of action.
Yeah.
So you're just ready at the trigger. If anyone says something wrong, you're like, right, I'm going to war.
Yeah. The first time around, I was like, I'm a noob. I'm always a noob at these games, but it's so funny because the first time around, I didn't know what I was doing. So I thought, oh, sorry, I'll just start a bit of drama. And I didn't realize how quickly people responded to that drama. And then the second time, I'm like, I don't want anything. Okay. And I saw Ben. He's like, Ben's just looking at me. Well, Ben's talking to me on the Discord. He's like, he's saying this. You're gonna take that? I'm like, don't you fucking dare!
Just stir in the pot.
Stop it! I don't want to die this quickly. Please, please.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, good game. If any of you don't know what that is, check it out. If you like strategic sort of games.
Yeah, I grew up on Total War. Really.
Yeah, I never played that.
It's I wouldn't say it's the same as Civ, but has similar concepts in terms of turn based. I really like that idea, and then you get into the real time strategy of fighting on a big scale.
It's on my wish list. I've wanted to try it for a while.
Which one?
Spider-Man 2 is out on Steam now.
I am not picking it up until the port is actually a lot better. I've heard it's atrocious.
Is it bad?
Yeah,
the PlayStation ports are usually terrible. I don't know why.
They've actually been a lot better, and then they've just gone back into the shitter again. And I think it's mainly PS5 games, so I don't know if it's... I don't know what's gone on recently, but the PS4 games were really, really good ports, majority of them. But like The Last of Us Part 1, terrible. What else was there? Ghost of Tsushima was
God of War 1?
God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, God of War 1, 2018. Great port. Ragnarok, I've heard it's terrible. I've heard they've started to fix it, but it's launched terribly. And this one's terrible, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the reviews as well. It's mixed, keeps crashing non-stop. I'm assuming this game is pretty good, but it keeps crashing.
Yep, that's the main thing. It's crashes upon crashes.
Very poorly optimized. Please fix this. Oh dear.
You wanted a kicker. Sony literally hired a company that deal with PC ports. Literally,
they're doing a good job.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. They were doing a great job until they got acquired by Sony.
Weird.
Very weird.
Something to do with the management then.
Must be.
Cool. What do we have going on in R6? Just trying to always wind it back to R6. But you guys, if you're listening here, what are we at? The 40-minute mark, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you're listening at this point, probably not. Hello, thanks for making it this far.
Thank you.
Let us know if you'd like us talking about other things other than Siege. Like, are you here just for Siege talk, or like a little bit more as well? Just like a little bit on the side, like the side of chips.
Yes,
definitely. Salt and pepper.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Bit of paprika.
Ooh, you know what? Paprika on chips. It's beautiful. Bit of salt, bit of pepper. It is actually goated. But on a real, you're gonna have points with us in the podcast where not a lot is happening, and we want to try and cover as much as we can. We want to talk about a lot of the game, but if we was to do this, say 4 years ago, I think we wouldn't have as much of a problem as we are having now.
Like we said, we're in like the off season. Like nothing's happening. Into the Reach is gone. That's all that's happened in the past week.
Yep.
We talked about the patch notes. That's it with Siege at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
I'm sorry. We trying our best to bring it back to Siege, but at the moment, there's a lot of things that we would like to discuss about outside of Siege on the occasion.
Should we just make up drama?
Yeah, go on.
And then, oh my god,
we can profit off it.
Yeah, literally, if we just start making loads of different accounts on Twitter, starting rumors and drama about really horrible things, about really nice people, and we just create this really toxic, environment in the Siege community. And then
Dude,
we
yes.
report on that to the
Yes!
masses.
Oh my god, bruv, you are so... Yes. Right?
Right, cut all that out because that's our plan from here on.
Perfect. Now, sorry, people, you're not going to know about it because we're going to be the ones to report on it. We're going to be the ones on Siege to report on the drama. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, but on a real, like, what is there to talk about?
There is not
Nothing.
much. That's...
We've reached diamond,
Yep.
so that's cool. Do you think you're gonna get champ this season?
Probably not. If I wanted to, I probably could, but at the moment, I'm very inconsistent, so no. Very, very inconsistent. And I'm kind of learning other stuff as well. Like, I want to learn how to play CS a bit. I want to learn, like, how to apply myself there. I've been really enjoying that game a lot. But again, I would love to bring you in, but I know how you feel. So if anyone isn't aware, Ronov over there, he don't like CS due to how you have to shoot in order to be fully accurate when shooting. Sorry.
Yeah, just staying still whilst shooting. I think it's such a poor mechanic. I really hate it. It's just boring.
Yeah.
Like, surely it takes more skill to move and shoot, and then your opponent's also moving.
You know what? Let's have that discussion. Why do you think that is? Because I can actually see an understanding for moving and shooting. I'm ready to debate with you for the next 10 minutes of this pod regarding this.
Okay,
Let's do it. Let's
what
go.
are we debating about?
Well, moving and shooting. So how CS and Valorant do their shooting mechanics compared to say something like Siege, and why both are good in their own ways.
I think just instincts, right? When you're being shot at, you want to move
Yeah.
to avoid the bullets. So naturally, you just do that. But then I think that's what makes it harder as well, is that with Siege, moving and shooting, you're moving, which is moving your aim. So you have to adjust your aim as you're moving, call it tracing. And then you also have to trace their movement as well, because they're going to be moving out the way of your bullets and like side by side, leaning, crouching. I think there's just more that extra level to it. I think I can see the skill in CS and Valorant where you got to stand still to like aim straight.
Right.
But I think there's just more in like moving and whatnot.
I find that it's works so well in Siege because I think it's down to level design and also how the game is kind of designed in a gunplay standpoint. So in CS, I'm not going to go with Valorant because I think Valorant takes those mechanics but simplifies it and makes it very accessible. I want to use CS as a good example because there is a lot more skill. Keyword is skill that is required to go through it. Okay, so in CS, it's really prioritizing your positioning. It's also prioritizing that if you're out in the open, you have to be committed to a gunfight. You can't just go out in the open and dodge your way through, for example, and then just run around and spray. It prioritizes where your position is, and also if you're going to take a gunfight, it pushes you to commit to the gunfight. So if you're going to take that gunfight, you have to be sure that you're going to take it regardless of the situation. If you get caught out, then it's someone else has a distinct advantage because they outmaneuvered you into a certain bit, but then they have to make a decision to stop and shoot you and be very accurate because if they lose it, because the time to kill is quite low, someone else can take advantage of that. Now, I think Siege is very unique in its aspect because it's a tactical shooter that, you can move and shoot. And the recoil, quite honestly, there's not really a recoil pattern to learn compared to CS. So in CS, I'm going to do an illustration for you. So you're shooting your AK, yeah, terrorist gun, right? Ignore that. But it goes up a little bit and swiggles a little bit to the left, if I'm correct. And then it goes right, left, right. Okay?
Okay.
Now in Siege, it's literally just a lineup, typically, yeah? So all you got to do is just pull down, whereas in CS, there's typically a recoil pattern that goes in a specific way, and you have to compensate for that. So it requires that you burst a little bit more sometimes if you're at a longer distance. If you learn a spray pattern, you can do spray transfers, and it looks beautiful. But in Siege, you can, because it's so simple, anyone can aim quite easily. I find that the mechanics in terms of shooting a gun is quite straightforward and easy. So all that matters is that the movement is there to compensate, so that you can use your movement to say, oh, I dodged a bullet by going here, or I'm doing this while I'm shooting at you. So then there's a bit more of added layer. So that's where the extra skill comes into play for you. But in CS, because of how it's designed and how it's structured, it makes more sense that you have to stand still to shoot at the person, because at that point, it's no longer a get out of jail free card. You just got to commit to what you're doing. Whereas in
Yeah.
Siege, because there's so many things that are going on, and I think some of the things are simplified, the movement being part of the gunplay as well makes it so that you got a bit more options on the table. Otherwise, if you just could stand still and shoot in a very claustrophobic environment, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it has to be that sort of way in like CS and Valorant.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see it any other way. But yeah, just personally to me, I just find that sort of gameplay a little bit more boring. Just my opinion, anyway. Just having to stand still to shoot, and yeah, like recall. I guess could be a cool thing to try and learn as well.
Mm.
I bet that's real satisfying to
It
master.
is. It is.
Because yeah, as you said, like Siege recall is pretty much non-existent.
Do you remember when
So yeah,
you used to try it and implement recall patterns into Siege?
yeah.
This was
It
years ago.
I swear there is recall patterns, but it's like very minimal.
It's very minimal, but they actually
Like I know it goes up and to the left, I think,
yeah.
like a slight curve.
Some
So
go
you
up to the
pull
left.
down
Yeah.
to the right
Like
slightly.
LSSMG is probably the one with an actual recall pattern, because it bottoms out and then it goes left to right. But that's it. Everything else is usually going up and then to the left, and very few guns
Yeah.
bottom out. Whereas years ago, and I remember this because I remember seeing this, you literally had an exact recoil pattern, no spread, because in CS as well, there is spread on the weapon as randomizations. And what ended up happening was this, for example, the SMG 11 was literally like a zigzag. So it went literally like that. It was such a
Mm.
weird mechanic, but what people started realizing is people ended up binding macros so they can actually counteract that movement, and it was completely perfect. No spread, nothing. It was just, yeah. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I don't actually remember that too well, to
It's
be
because
fair.
it was a test server feature.
Right. Oh, here's a thing.
Go on. No, go on, go on, go on.
Just a question, just like a bit off topic, but this goes out to the viewers as well. What is like a test server feature that you've seen that didn't
Oh.
make it to live, but you would like it to make it to live? Because I've got an answer.
Oh, I got to go back and think now. Because there has been a few that did not make it in the end.
One stood out to me was Nook. That Nook change.
Oh, with the cap can.
Yeah, she could just walk through them
Oh, I remember
and
that
didn't
as
set off
well.
like procs or Malusis.
That was powerful, though. That was
That was,
extremely
but I
powerful.
like that. I like that, like OP-ness. I just wanted to try it. I never got to try it.
I don't know if I would like that in there, to be honest.
I think you can bring that in though, where she has a bit more, like functionality to a character than just
mm,
like not showing on cams.
yeah, I agree.
Um, maybe just not setting off proc alarms. Like that'd be
I
nice.
think that was going to be a
Maybe not
thing.
necessarily traps,
I think
but just
that was the direction they
yeah,
were going to go for, is that anything that had a proximity or was electrically detected, she could walk through them.
yeah, just like proc alarms, metal detectors maybe on maps.
I think
That'd be
that
kind
would
of
be
cool.
help. Yeah, metal detectors, I'd definitely see. Just do that. Why not? I think, right, so this is going to be a controversial one, but I think
Hmm.
I'm talking about it with the context of now. Um,
Yeah.
Originally, I hated the idea of reinforcements on the hatches on the ceiling.
Okay.
But now that we have hard breach gadgets, and now that we have a lot of versatility, I would like to test it again.
That's a good point, actually. I
Be-
remember when that came out and it was just so dumb.
It was the dumbest thing because it was Hibana, it was a waste. But now that a lot of people have
Have
hard,
that secondary
I would
gadget.
like to see it tried again and see how
Yeah.
that would work out. And if it's still shit, it's still shit. But I think they should bring it back to test again, because that was something that at first I thought could be a really good idea. And in execution at the time, it was terrible. Whereas now, because we've moved past quite a bit and we've got hard breach gadgets and different ways of going through, let's try it again. Generally, let's try it
That'd be
again.
really interesting for that cafe push, because obviously, first thing you do is get those hatches to apply that pressure, and cut off any sort of
So now
movement
it's
between red and cigar. But yeah, when you add those hatches, obviously, I would be bringing a guide
yep.
to make sure they can't get that so easily, so they have to spend more time trying to get that electric.
And it's no longer
It'd be
impossible.
quite harder
Yeah, but it's not impossible
for them.
anymore. It's not like you're restricted to a certain out. Like
Yeah, you got those EMPs,
you got
and they're too high up for Kai to like grab it and try and trick it. Even though Kai tricking is harder, but
yeah.
it would be impossible for him on cafe at least.
You will literally have to in cafe. Yeah, it's a good example. You literally have no choice but to put it on the ceiling, and as long as you can drone it out, then you will waste utility, but it's a way of getting in, and it already is quite a. I would say top floor cafe is quite attacker focused because there's a lot of ways they can get in. So I think this could help the
Yeah,
defenders.
as soon
quite
as
a
you
bit.
got that piano control, you're pretty much sorted.
And typically, a part of the piano take is literally take the hatch on red stairs, do the breach, drop, and then work with the piano window repellers. So
Yeah.
making that more, yeah, that would be so cool. With the what we got now, I would love to try these stuff.
John, Ubisoft, put that in right now.
Go on. People will probably boo it, but I'll be like, dude, let's just try it out.
Yeah, don't bring it to live. Like,
No.
just test it at least.
Put it in a test server, and you know what? On the test server, give us more incentives to go on a test server. Literally, because no one does, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of dead. Like, I don't even install it these days because,
It dies in a day.
yeah,
Literally.
yeah, it's just no point like taking up 50 gig of your hard drive just to play out a game or two of it.
I think what they should do is they bring over all your stuff that you've earned. So everything goes carried over. They have it run for like a period, but more importantly, they give you like a massive incentive. Like this may be extreme, but R6 credits, for example, or a really lucrative skin for putting X amount of hours into the test server. Well, playing
That'd be good.
X amount of ranked games, and you know, it gives you a reason to.
Yeah, because you used to be able to rank on test server.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I used to play it. Because it was nice to play test server competitively. Because usually when you play test server these days, it's quite casual.
Yeah.
So you don't really play it in a proper environment where you're meant to be testing these like
I
different
do agree,
operators and
yeah.
features. So you need that competitive environment, which people aren't loading the test server up for.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it used to be ranked on test server, you know, you're not going to take it too seriously, obviously, because it's
No, but it's more for
nothing to do with your own.
experimentations. But you're still having an idea of what you want to do. And
Yeah, I
prepare.
felt like I had to play it more competitively, the ranked version, even though I wasn't going to take it completely serious. But I think that's like the best like chance where you're going to be able to test these features
Exactly.
in a more authentic environment.
Exactly. But yeah, I would love to see that feature at least tested. I don't know if it. The sad thing is though, if we put it on a test server, you know, we're not testing it until it comes to the live build.
You should have test server for like maybe just a week as well. Short and simple.
Literally, just put in a wild card like they used to do. Put wild card patch ideas, get people to just really get to try it. Put it in for a week and boom, done.
Yeah, and I think it needs to be more. People need to know about it more because I never know when it's on, sort of thing.
I agree. It's usually just silent a lot of the times, and it's again back to the communication aspect.
Yeah, we could talk loads about that. But I need a poo,
Wow,
so we need to wrap this up.
that's fine. We are coming close to the end of our schedule because we've got plans for today.
Footy, we got football with football lads.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to today's game, somewhat.
Sneaky's the coach. Jesus. Sneaky's the coach. Yep.
I've organised my team,
Yeah.
and I'm in goal.
Interesting. I will talk to you about that a bit more.
Yeah, I was going to say when we were in the car drive, I'm going to talk to you as to why I made those changes because for those, obviously there's people that are not going to know about this conversation, but essentially I had no choice for some of them, and there are certain reasons why I did it for this, and I'm hoping we get a good result.
Yeah, and I might record it.
Oh, you got your GoPro, haven't you?
Got the GoPro.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so we'll talk about it next time on the pod, and we'll see if there's a video out.
Yeah, I'll be happy to talk about the football on the pod.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to poo myself, so I'll see you later.
See you later,
Big
guys.
Brain, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and if you got this far. If you did get this far, put in the comments something specific. What should we say?
What's your favourite colour or some shit?
Or Ben needs a poo.
Yeah, just put Ben needs a poo on the end of the comments.
Yeah.
There you go. That
So then we know you got this far.
Brilliant.
So.
Fantastic.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
We're going to get no comments for that. But see ya. Bye.